Hello, everyone. Hi, Tim in the background. I'm Allison. Yeah, you're here. You can't leave. There's no take backs. Once you're in here, that's it. All I got to say is no, 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 no. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ah, woo! Welcome to my weekly Meltdowns coverage of Big Brother 27 week 4 eviction. Tonight, we witnessed, I think, for the first, this is legitimately the first that I can remember of someone trying to take back a vote, but also we witnessed it, the evolution of the voting. Just like Survivor with the whispering,
Yeah.
we now have the hallway chatter of what the panic, everything going on. But yeah, this is the first time this has ever happened, Riley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Recruit.
Recruit. Look, hey, guess what? Not the first HOH. I think if history now, correct me if I'm wrong, and I could be wrong, but I could take accountability, and I should be ashamed. Was Shima the first one whose HOH was dethroned?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's what I thought. I remember watching the live feeds. Actually, it was back when it was Big Brother After Dark on Showtime. She threw her mic in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
She had a fit, and she had every right because damn.
I agree. And remember on live TV, like when that happened, like Jeff like played his coup d'etat and Shima was like, looks like I'm gonna have a little talk with production later.
Dude.
Like I love that. And
where I really need the wall yeller with the megaphone and the plane this week. Please, Jesus.
Shima was right.
Shima was the first one. Who wants some cake? But
well,
yes,
not
guys.
only that, but like, okay, so like, sorry, like, I just want to continue on this point for a second. So, like, we're referring to Riley saying in the diary room, like, this is the first time this has ever happened in Big Brother history. That
well,
HOH
he said,
away.
hold on. He said, I don't know if this has ever happened to anyone before. But
so then don't say that in the diary room.
I know. And I'm like, are you saying this has never happened before?
But here's the thing, like even if he is a recruit, like I'm sure that they all watched Big Brother 26 in their like sequester like thing like
are you sure
before they go on the show.
Because I'm questioning that.
Because Quinn, like just last season, like dethroned Angela with like a deep fake HOH. So like even if you don't have the context of like Big Brother 11, like which is like a long time ago, of course, like this has happened before. And Riley, you had every chance to still be HOH by the end of this week if you had just guessed correctly. Like it's not as unchecked of a power this time, like as it has been in Big Brother history. So save the theatrics. Sid from Ice Age, you little creeper. I have a lot to say about Riley tonight, this little sicko.
I just want to say, I know you have a lot to say. Aaron will be here shortly to join us. I'm just going to say it, people. This is going to be a thing from now on. They're going to be chattering in the hall. Not only do I get to witness the stupid ass, let's pretend like we're playing baseball and taking pictures and doing paper, rock, scissors in the hallway. Now I gotta watch you bitches chatter. You've had your time. Stop it. I'm barely hanging on by a thread with the whispering on Survivor. Guys, real quick, and then I'm gonna let Tyler go on a rant. And Tyler, please give me an amen where you feel fit. Have I not been saying it since week 2? We're going bass backwards. The votes are now a majority. People are playing really scared. Normally, we're going back. We're in full reverse. And further proving the fact that, 25 years, dude, that's a quarter of a century that we're into this game, a quarter of a century. And you have enough resource material. I'm talking about even Jimmy or who was it, Jimmy or Keanu? I think it was Keanu, watched a Rachel's Best of on fucking YouTube, people. You don't even look at me. Look at me. You don't even have to watch all the seasons. You can watch cheat videos like what we called Cliff Notes in the 90s.
I'm screenshotting
YouTube
this.
videos. You don't even have to watch the whole goddamn thing. I'm sorry, Jesus. I'm sorry, but it's true. Like you don't even have to do fucking homework. You don't even have to carry the books in your backpack anymore. You get the material on an iPad. People, what is happening right now? There's no gosh damn excuse to not know that this isn't the first time an HOH has been stolen. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I got French girl bangs today. I'm just saying.
Oh, it's good.
Thank you.
Y'all should have seen the video Allison sent in the My Weekly Meltdown group chat.
I can show that for later. We can do that. We'll do that later.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone in the chat. Joseph, Alice, Tracy, everybody that's in the chat. Cassie Lee, Dominic, everybody. I'm going to let Tyler take it because I'm a little winded. Go for it, honey.
Oh gosh, I feel like we're all pretty winded after this week, Allison. Like this. I'm not even exaggerating when I say this is probably the worst HOH reign in Big Brother history. Like the series of events that happened this week are insane to me. And I can't believe just like a week or two ago, we were talking about how great of a player Mickey was, because she literally threw it all away this week and for zero gain whatsoever. So I just want to like bring up the draft here just to
here we
go.
No,
not to poo-poo on Allison's team, but like just to have a visual of like the players on the board while I go through this all.
Literally, so my team is made up of the turds that will not flush.
So I have to say, like, I feel like we are at a race to the bottom here in terms of like finding out like not who is the best player this season, but who is the worst player this season. And each of them are just taking their turns, like just like racing to the bottom here. And at the bottom of the total poll this week and probably for the rest of the season now is Mickey. I do not see a path forward for Mickey to win this game after this week. I truly feel like Mickey would have been better position-wise had Riley stayed as HOH and Mickey found herself on the block this week. Like that's how bad she fumbled this week. I cannot believe that at the end of a Mickey HOH, we're talking about Jimmy going home of all people. Of course, like it's so Riley wins the HOH, Mickey activates her power. Riley guesses Ashley, Mickey wins the HOH. So Mickey puts up Keanu, Kelly, and Riley. That's like mistake number one. Like if you're taking like an HOH reign from somebody, like of course Riley's going to be pissed, but you can't like do this like huge dramatic public move in front of the house and then like still try to like garner like good favor with Riley by being like, I'm putting you up, but like I'm not gonna put up Catherine. Like Catherine's like totally safe this week. And of course, like that's like music to Riley's ears because he's like obsessed with her. But like we'll get into that separately after the strategy breakdown of it all. But like I feel like once you shoot your shot like that and like really draw a line in the sand, like you have to commit to it. So Riley needs to be your target going into this week. And to do that, you need to put up Catherine on the block next to Riley. So spare Kelly from the block this week because she's likely to win the BB Blockbuster. It should have been Keanu, it should have been Riley, and it should have been Catherine on the block. And of course, worst case scenario happens. Keanu wins the veto. And here's the thing, Allison.
Good for him, though.
I know. I agree. I agree. Like, he's not the best like game player whatsoever, but like you have to admire that like he is on an island like all by himself and kind of like an underdog right now. Like I don't want him to like win the season or anything like that. But like
I do.
I feel like he's a more likable version of like Cameron from Big Brother 25. Like Cameron was like very much like a house pariah, and I feel like the same for Keanu, but I'm like rooting for Keanu a little bit more. But okay, so here's the thing. Like, so once Keanu wins veto, I don't know why she doesn't put up Vince here. Like, she would have had the votes to take out Vince. And the problem is, like, her and Morgan are like conjoined at the hip together, but they have two very different interests in terms of like where their path is going in this game, because Zach and Vince just have their hands in everything. And Joseph in the chat, I know you're like very anti-Rachel this season, like yada yada yada. Like, I totally get it, but like I feel like Rachel and Ashley are the only ones that have like the house dynamic like totally clocked. And what the house dynamic is that it's Zach and Vince. They have control over Morgan. Like, as soon as this HOH is over, like if Zach wins HOH next week, he's putting up Mickey, Rachel, and Ashley, like those three together. And once that happens, Morgan is totally jumping ship and she is not working with any of these girls anymore. Meanwhile, like if Mickey just took out Vince this week, the girls would be in such a better position. It would have taken the power away from them. And Zach really would have to like tuck his tail between his legs and like really go to Morgan for like decision making in this game. But I feel like Mickey just handed all of the power over to Zach and Vince this week. And for what? Like, that's what I'm asking is like, what did Mickey gain by doing this, right? Like, why does Mickey like need like good favor with Riley and Catherine of all people? Like, is that really like a net positive when you're throwing away your trust with Rachel, with Will, with Ashley? And as soon as like that's over, like Vince and Zach are gonna throw you away. Like, they do not, like, you are not a valuable piece to them. Like, it's just crazy to me, Allison. Like, I would not be surprised. Like, okay, like clock it right now. Like, once the season's over, this is the boot order for the rest of the season. Are you ready? So yes. Mickey's gonna go out next, and then it's going to be Ashley, Rachel, Will, Riley, Catherine back to back. You know, maybe take out like Keanu at that point once he like loses in like a veto competition in like a double eviction or something. Catherine, Kelly, and so the final, like, did I say Mickey was gone? Yeah. So I really could see like Vince and Zach taking like Ava and Morgan to the final four with them. And then they just pick them off like one after another. And Morgan is not going to see it coming from like a mile away. And she's going to be so blindsided. She's going to be so shocked. You know, I love my girl, Danny Donato from Big Brother 13 and Big Brother 22. But like, I feel like Morgan is just playing Danny's game in Big Brother 22, just like simping for Cody the entire season. That's what I see Morgan doing with Zach. And it's so pathetic to me. And I want to root for these girls so bad. But like, the only two people I'm rooting for at this point are Rachel and Ashley, because like they see that Vince and Zach are running this entire thing. And I'm telling you, like, once it gets down to like Vince and Zach in the final two, like the narrative of the season is going to be Vince manipulated this entire season in a very like Nicole Franzel rat floater kind of way, which, you know, like that's a valid strategy. And Zach is just going to be labeled as Vince's bulldog that like did all of the like dirty work for him throughout the entire season. That's how I see the rest of the season playing out. And it all stems from this week, maybe earlier. Like, we can say like, you know, Mickey ultimately didn't trust Jimmy because of, you know, turning his back on Amy in week 2. Like, we can point to that and say like, that was also a really bad HOH reign. But you would think that Mickey would learn from that HOH reign and not make the same mistake, but like way worse here. And you know, I'm like not a fan of Jimmy at all as like a player or a person, but like, damn, it would have been a much more exciting result for the season had Jimmy won the blockbuster tonight and then would have stayed in the game. And then we see like Kelly walking out the door this week. So that's my rant. I am just so frustrated especially with these girls, with Morgan, with Mickey. And I just don't see a path forward unless Rachel and Ashley like take turns like winning these next couple HOHs. That's like the only glimmer of hope for Vince and Zach like not running this entire season. That's how I see the board.
I was on board with Ashley until she tried to take back her vote. I was like, girl, no. But I need Rachel and Ashley to team up just so I can say Rashly until I beat a dead horse. And you know, everyone knows if there's anyone on this planet that can beat a dead horse, right here. You're looking right at her all day, all night, 24/7, 365. Um, I'm trying to look. I was listening to you and reading the chat at the same time. I say there's always a moment in the season where everything shifts, and that is the split, the fork in the road. And I feel like tonight or this HOH is definitely that turning point for everyone. I feel Mickey should have tried to have somewhat of a conversation with Riley before taking over. I really, honest to God, I know hearing your name is scary. It's terrible. It's god awful. You want to be there. You want to play. Talk to the guy and see what what he's feeling, was saying, if you have the time. I mean, then again, I'm not in there, and I don't know what's going on. But I think this was a waste of a power. Mickey got rid of a number, someone she could use on her side. So what if Jimmy's playing both all angles every freaking who cares?
Everybody's doing that, and
Look,
Morgan's doing it way worse.
you can date everyone, anybody, everyone you want. As long as I'm your number one, come tell me the business. Come spill the tea to me. As long as I'm your number one, I don't give a shit. Stop it. And don't sit there and tell me you're making decisions like this and you want to look. Well, there's very little eye contact going on when it comes to Jimmy and Mickey. But Mickey's sitting there telling Jimmy, well, I did what you taught me. To separate personal from game. No. You got scared. You were protecting yourself.
It's so cringe.
And Morgan,
watching that is so cringe.
You should have done what was best for you. Fuck Morgan. I'm sorry. She flat out said Jimmy's her number one guy. Where does that leave you, Mickey?
I'm telling you, Morgan is going to ditch Mickey like the first opportunity that it happens. Like the first opportunity that Mickey ends up on the block, Morgan is voting her ass out and going with the boys.
And I think
also, hi, Aaron.
Hi, Aaron. I'm sorry. Real quick, let me fit. And as for Rachel, Joseph Boza, I hear you. Your feelings are valid. I hear you. However, Rachel is sinking. Someone has punched a hole in her life vest and she is sinking. Okay. And they won't get rid of her. They won't nominate her. Like I said last week, they're just going to take her people away. I mean, she's in the final two, I'm giving her the money because, I mean, come on, just give me a break.
I don't think it's happening. I don't think it is
because I think she wants to leave. I really think she's done. She wants to go. There was a conversation between she and Mickey with a code name of Fava, and she was really talking about herself, and she got in trouble. And real quick, and I'll be done. How is Ava the end all be all of decisions? I'm sorry. Everybody's going to her to get, and I'm like, what am I missing here? Is she's the one going, that's not going to happen. Is that so yeah, the Ava situation. Yeah. And one more thing, Anelda, my girl, you and I both know, you already know. And then I'm going to shut up. Because I know Aaron is revved up. He's raring to go.
I can't wait to hear what Aaron has to say.
Stop apologizing when you put people on the block. I'm sick of it. I can't. You want to hear it first? I've never seen so many wussy crybabies in my life on Big Brother. And I watched OTT. Give me a break. And I watched Celebrity Big Brother with people had so much Botox. You know if they were crying or had real emotion. This is ridiculous. Knock it the F off, man. No. Don't sit there. Oh, if I swear to God, Tyler, if you nominated me and you said, Allison, I just did what you taught me, I would knock the fire out of you. You would be in the freaking pool. You'd be so knocked out, your shoes would come off in midair. You'd go back in time to regret that decision of the words that came out your mouth. Stop it. Okay.
Aaron, how you doing, buddy?
Hi, Aaron.
This is a safe space. This is our group therapy session to get through one of the worst weeks in Big Brother history.
We don't have to agree. We don't have to agree. We can disagree to disagree, agree to but you know what? I feel like we're all on the same page because, how you feeling, Aaron?
Oh,
Aaron,
he's muted.
Muted. Aaron, I think are you muted, hon? Oh, Lord. Of all nights for his.
I thought my mic was.
Okay, there you go.
It was in a different setting, apparently. But,
what the fuck, Aaron?
I really wanted to believe in the abilities of people.
Well, there's your first problem.
Play the game. That was my problem. That's on me. That's on me. I really thought Ava had a lot of potential. I really thought Mickey had a lot of potential. I really thought Morgan had a lot of potential. And
where do you begin?
Right.
It's the way that everybody, there's not one person I can look at and be like, you didn't disappoint me in some way. And I cannot believe that it so much damage has been done to my brain this week witnessing the decisions that people were making, that I've come around to maybe rooting for Keanu. How did we get here? I was like, he was in the land of Delulu. Maybe I need to go in the land of Delulu too. Maybe that's where we all need to be.
It's a race to the bottom.
Oh my God!
I'm 2 seconds away from buying a vape. And watching this show, Beth style.
Do you know the first thing I thought of when this Mickey HOH happened? I go back to BB5.
Okay.
I go back to the twins, Adria and Natalie.
Yep.
Who were doing so well. And then one of them wins HOH, and she puts up the gay guy from her alliance and the black guy from her alliance and Will and Marvin because, her faith told her to put up her allies for whatever reason. And do you know what happened? They flamed out. Now, do I think Mickey has haterade for the community? No, but it's very similar. It's given those vibes to me, where it's just I don't know what kind of decision Mickey made in her mind. It's kind of what happened with Mickey is the type of player that Mickey will come to a decision and then just kind of irrationally stick with it, even though it makes no sense.
Yes.
She did that with all of a sudden wanting to vote out Amy, even though why?
I hope Amy is watching this from home and just laughing her ass off. Sorry.
Amy, come on, girl. Let's chat.
Gosh. Being like, hey, we have a final 3 with Jimmy. I can't believe Jimmy is doing all this stuff with Riley and Catherine and betraying us and making nominations that make no sense by putting Amy on the block. So let me do the same thing. I'm going to be protecting Riley and Catherine and nominating Jimmy, which is going to make no sense, and punish him for the things that I'm about to do myself, because it's only okay when I do it. And it only makes sense when I do it. And Ashley, I know this makes no sense that I all of a sudden just switched to wanting to vote out Jimmy, but because I made this decision, you need to have automatically already been on board so hard to vote out, to even think about keeping Jimmy. How dare you? Ava's feeling the same way about Ashley. How dare you want to keep Jimmy, who apparently has been doing all of this stuff against us? Not really. Now, did Jimmy play a perfect game? No, but like the things they have made up in their heads about him is crazy. And you know, as we've learned with Heisem, you know, if there's somebody winning a lot of competitions and is really competitive and is one of the only competitive people on your side, do not vote them out, because now you're putting your hands in the people who are going to be winning competitions. And if Jimmy's out the way, who are the people that have been winning competitions? Not the people that are with you right now. Has Ava won things? Has Will won anything? Ashley won.
We're gonna turn on Joker's updates.
Like,
we're gonna turn on Joker's, and it's gonna be Zach that wins this next HOH, and that's a wrap for the entire season. I'm telling you.
They're never winning anything ever again. I hope they know that. I hope they know that, Mickey, that you were going to be on the block. And you're going to be sitting there, and Morgan is going to ditch you so fast.
Yes, I said exactly that, Aaron.
And mind you, they were just fighting because Mickey knew that, oh my God, I cannot believe that Morgan is prioritizing Zach and Vince over the triple threat.
What a dumb name. Sorry.
She saw Morgan crash out at just the thought that Vince could go on the block. But no, let me not touch that.
God.
She did nothing for her game this week. And honestly, you know, Big Brother has been trying to push this take over the HOH power. I have to say, thank goodness it never worked in the past. I hope people see this as a cautionary tale. Like, Mickey, you were told that you were going to be on the block this week. You steal the HOH. And then you don't even follow through in getting out the person that was definitely putting you on the block. I don't know what Mickey has these blinders for. Like, if she thinks she has somebody that it's good to keep them. Like, she did the same thing with Adrian, who clearly was with Zach and the guys, but wanted to keep Adrian because she thought she had him. The things that Mickey is doing make no sense. And
That's
Ashley,
what I'm saying, Aaron.
I've come around to rooting for Ashley. That's crazy.
Same.
How did I get here? How's
Same.
Ashley the one speaking? And you know what? What? Honestly, I never thought I would be rooting for Rachel in a BB, because I did not in BB 12 or BB 13. But I've come around on Rachel. And you know what? She has what I wish these new players would have. I just need a season of people with the Rachel attitude of and I know Rachel's going through her own things, kind of seeing the writing on the wall and being frustrated. And I would feel similarly. Like, if I'm playing hard,
Ashley
but
sees
knowing
it too.
that nobody wants to actually reward you, and they're just kind of like, I would feel a type of way about that as well.
Yeah.
But I want people who are playing in every moment, using everything to their advantage. Hey, I'm passing you in the hallway when we're voting. Also, why aren't more people doing that? They should be having full conversation. I know that they would get a talking to for Big Brother, but you know what? Have a conversation. Say like a sentence. Don't do it like a silly handshake thing. Use that time. Utilize the time to, like,
Put pressure on
flip
them.
a vote.
Yeah.
She got Ashley to flip her vote. Do you know how powerful that would be if everybody started doing that? Like, you could have a whole, like, I commend Rachel for fighting, and I feel bad. I feel bad, and I'm glad that we got a weird Topaz moment. But, like, Ashley, please stand on business.
Yeah, I mean, like,
you stand on your vote. You made the choice. Stick with it. You know.
Rachel and Ashley are like the only ones that see how much of a grip like Vince and Zach have on like everything this season. And
that's the frustrating thing too, is that sorry, I'll go back to it, but watching Vince at the beginning of the season be like, oh my God, I don't want to make anybody mad, and like You're letting that be the mastermind. You're letting that steamroll you.
Yeah.
Now, granted, he's gotten better in recent weeks, but still, I bet you the second that Vince wins an HOH again, we're going to be right back with the I don't want to make anybody mad. And we're just going to get this. And it's going to be so frustrating to watch. I think it's better that he's not HOH. I don't think he should win any HOH competition going forward because I think he's actually somebody that could afford to do a Dr. Will and just not win anything.
Yeah.
And because I don't know what this HOH room is doing, but they're losing brain
Zach
cells.
To do that,
you don't want to win HOH apparently. So we should. For the season, we should hope that they do win HOH because they're going to do something stupid. That's the only glimmer of hope that I have is that whoever does win HOH loses their mind into something really stupid.
I have a hot take.
I actually have a theory. Go ahead, Allison.
Go ahead. Well, this will take 11 seconds, and then I'll be quiet. I have a hot take. I have a reenaction of what happens to people when they get into the HOH room, of what they sound like. Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh? Yes, that is my grandson. That was 2 years ago. That is all I hear when they start their crap. When Riley's trying to tell us, did Riley say he was a fan of the show?
They always say they're a fan of the show.
Okay, because
I'm a new fan of the show.
Obviously a recruit. So when he started that crap, I was already just pissed. And then last night I'm laying in bed, I'm watching Big Brother. I'm with my cats. I've had my weekly Snickers. Okay, I'm zoned out. And then Riley opens his mouth and woo, comes out. And I'm just like, the fuck did he just say? I started laughing. My husband's like, what? I go, this douche is sitting here saying, I don't know if this has ever happened to anybody before. That sucks.
Also on the note of Riley, I feel so bad for Catherine because they are really trying to push this showmance. And I'm so scared for her that she's going to get some like Stockholm syndrome.
It's so gross.
Because that's what it feels like to me.
She likes children.
It's so frustrating that they're not actually capturing this dynamic in the way that they should be. And I get why they're not doing it, but they love protecting men like Riley. I don't know why they do it. I don't know why they do it. Just let Catherine be able to be her own person. You don't have to like. They want the showmance so bad, but also like if it's not happening,
it's so gross.
Wow, you don't have it. Like I can't believe it.
I feel like I've been watching the feeds more this season than I have been in seasons past because I'm just so glued to the train wreck of it all. Like it's just so bad that like I just can't look away from it. And so like this entire week, Riley has been just like love bombing Catherine in like such a gross way. Like he says like I feel like every time I turn on the feeds, right, it's like they're sitting on like a bench together in the backyard or something. He has like one arm around her,
here we go.
one arm, another hand like on top of her hand. And he's like, I will do anything for you, Catherine. Like, I want you to go far in this game. I will fall on the sword for you. Meanwhile, he's like, his arm is like hiding this like huge nasty boner that he has. It is so gross, and it feels like non-consensual to me.
You could feel it through the TV. Oh my god!
Yes,
because like in terms of Catherine feeling the experience, she's being constantly bombarded by this disconnect because he's going to be with her a lot, and then when she goes in the diary room, they're going to be asking about it, and it's like this weird thing of like you can't say anything out loud, but you still have to kind of live in it and kind of like placate. And it's not like she like doesn't like him because she definitely like sees him as a good ally and like friend. But like it's
in a true way.
It's I feel so bad. I feel really bad.
This is how I feel. Like I haven't seen a lot of what y'all are talking about, so I can't give a real, I don't know what to say. But what I can tell from what I've seen, there's a lot of I did everything to save you. I've done this for
Mhm.
you. Look what I've done for you. And I don't know Riley personally. Um I do
I'm
follow
glad.
his ex's TikToks. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. It's comes down to the minute she does turn on him, it is going to be gaslighting, manipulation, everything I've done for you, things she has not asked for at all.
Mhm.
It is
It's an
not
entitlement.
her responsibility to make him feel good about decisions that he makes. You make that decision on your own without checking with that person. That is your burden to carry. That is your disappointment in the end, not hers. If I ask, I had to listen to this shit and then I'll be quiet. About 8 years ago, a friend of mine, well, no, he was not a friend, turned to find out. I had to have some, I had to have like my first root canal, and I
Oh,
couldn't drive home like from the dentist office.
yeah.
And Chris was out of, well, my husband was out of town, and this person offered to take me. And pick and then take me home. Well, this person wanted to hang out, and I felt very uncomfortable as if this person was thinking something else. And he left. And he was very rude. He was very cryptic. He's very narcissistic, this person. And he said to me, "You know what, Allison? I gave up a plane ticket to go fly and see this girl I wanted to meet in another state." I don't remember where it was. I go, "Really? You're gonna do that? You're gonna pull that card on me? Who are you talking to? Let me see it. Let me see it right now. Take a picture within 2 seconds and show it to me. Show it to me." Couldn't do it because, you gotta Google the image and you gotta edit and do all kinds of shit to make it look real. My point is, because I didn't do what he wanted and didn't return the feelings, I gave up something for you that you didn't know about and had no control over, when all I needed was a friend to help me. And, that's what I got. So I didn't feel bad about it. I didn't apologize. I said, "Dude, you know what?" I said, "I feel for you, but I asked you, and if you had plans to go out of town, you should have gone. I would have. Dude, I would have helped you. If you couldn't find, would have helped you with the Uber, dude. It ain't that hard. It ain't that hard. We would have gotten the nice black car that you can get on Ubers that's really expensive, that I'm gonna shit my over if I ever get another one in New York City." But anyway, yeah, so that's the shortcut to the long story. My point is, Catherine's got a whole world of bullshit coming if Riley is the guy I think he might be, and I'm not trying to
Mm,
judge, but everybody's been love bombed and shit like that. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking
yeah.
about? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a very independent girl. She doesn't do relationships, correct? So this is
And you just know the second they get out of the house and he comes across another woman that he just instantly falls in love with, all of that just falls off.
or she's talking to guys. She has male friends. That's a vibe. That's a no, 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 no. Like
Yeah.
Julie Moonves Chen says. Mm-mm. I'm your number one. Really, Riley? Let's talk about that baby. Have we brought up the baby yet to Catherine? Does Cat know about the kitty cat?
I have a conspiracy theory that, like, I wonder, all of the HOHs this season so far have been really bad game move decisions. I almost wonder if, like, color theory. I wonder if, like, because the walls are this like blood red in the HOH room this season, like, is the room itself like making these people go like insane? Because I saw like a clip of Mickey just like talking to the cameras in the HOH room by herself. She was like standing and like looking at the TV while she said this. She was like, I didn't think that I was going to be the one to come into this house and make this big move, draw a line in the sand and really stick up for what's right. And my faith has like led me to this decision like all week long. And I know that I'm doing the bold move to set myself up for success in this game. And I need to be strong and take out Jimmy. And my game is like set. And just like the delusion that like came out of that little like monologue to herself, I'm like, there has to be some like poisonous gas in the room, or like the red walls are like making you like just like go a little bit crazy or something like that. I just don't understand it. And I also saw like another clip of Ashley. Like, so Mickey said to Ashley, she was like, yeah, I mean, like, even if like Jimmy wins the blockbuster, I'm not worried. Like, he's not coming after me. And Ashley was like, well, he wasn't coming after you before.
Right.
And Mickey was like, what do you mean? What do you mean, Ashley? And Ashley's like, well, I'm sure that's different now that you put him up and he wasn't expecting it. And she's like, are you trying to campaign for Jimmy right now? Like, Ashley, are you trying to like go against me right now? Like, whatever, Ashley. And she kept ending every sentence with like saying Ashley's name in
That
such
is
a like
shit thing to do, by the way.
it is. Yeah.
Mhm.
And they just like were like agree to disagree. Like, it's just crazy that like Mickey has just thrown away like all of her allies. And like that's why I agree, Aaron, that like I'm rooting for Ashley and Rachel here because I feel like they're the only ones that see it. They're the only ones that
rashly.
Did you see Mickey's face after the eviction when she was like, I wonder who voted? Who was that second vote? Staring daggers at Ashley.
Yes.
Who, Mickey?
Yeah.
Yes. Did you see
They were
that?
next to each other during the credits, and Ashley said something to Mickey, and Mickey just kind of.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
Mickey said, "I wonder who the second vote was," and Ashley was like, "I don't know."
Can I mention something real quick? Just real quick, two things, and it's been brought up in the chat. I just want to say, I mean, I don't want to speak on behalf of everybody. I think the temperature of the room is the same. We think Mickey's an idiot for what she did to Jimmy. We do not think she's homophobic, do we?
Yeah.
No.
No. Like,
people need to calm down.
I think she's using this umbrella of faith to like justify her vindication in like making this wrong decision this week.
Listen, I'm going to say
she wants to be mad and is finding a reason why to be mad, even though there's actually not
there's
real reasons, you know.
There's something called convenient Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And people,
boy, don't I know that well.
Not everybody does it, but it's a thing. You know, it's convenient to be a Christian today when it comes to my nominations. It's convenient for me.
Yeah.
And I've been listening to a lot of other podcasts this week, and the religion thing has come up quite a bit. And I just want to say that you guys know how I am. I'm a Christian, okay? But I also curse and cut up and act stupid, okay?
Yeah.
And I own it because I'm not perfect and I don't walk on water, okay? And God knows that, and it just is. But there has to be to me in my faith, and everyone's different. My evolution, I spent a lot of time blaming faith and the Christianity and all that, when it was in fact not religion. It was the messenger. It was who was teaching me. It was not given to me in the right way. So when I broke free from that and started really listening to myself and creating a relationship with Christ on my own, I learned about real, genuine love. I learned about how Jesus loves everyone. People have got to read the Bible. If you can't nitpick certain things, okay? And I'm not going to get into it too much, but to me, I don't know Mickey's faith. I don't know her journey, but I don't believe that I would ever sit there and go, well, I have to respect my faith. I have to walk the right path because, and it's telling me this. But, are you 100% in the, how devoted are you?
It's easier to say that than to say like I got snowed by these better players in the game.
Yeah, and it puts a bad taste in people's mouths when it comes to religion, because to me, Jesus is a cool dude. Okay. Yeah. And if y'all ever want to have a conversation, I will have an open conversation. We can agree to disagree. You know what? I don't judge, and I love everybody. I don't give a shit. And he knows that. He loves me for me, just like he loves all of you for you. So I personally get offended when people bring faith into it and gaslight everyone in the world into believing that that's what God would do. No, he's busy. Okay, he doesn't have time for big brother shenanigans. Trust me. Okay, calm down. Get over it. And stop taking everything so gosh damn serious. Mickey is not homophobic. Hey,
no,
guess
I don't
what?
get that vibe.
I'm a Christian and I'm not homophobic. How's that? I was at the gayest wedding you've ever seen in April. Somebody I know got married. You know what? And I had the time of my life, and guess what? I don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm who I am, and that's beautiful. And God loves me. You should all love yourself. He loves every single one. You get over it. Absolutely. Calm down. It's not that serious. Anyway, this has been Convenient Christianity Corner.
Well, I think we need you're going to like this transition here. I think we need a prayer circle for Allison's draft team here.
Jesus, where are you? You're not that busy.
I think Vince is fine, honestly.
I know. I was telling Allison before we went on air, I was like, you lost Jimmy tonight, but like, I think you have the most probable winner of the season on your draft team. So for podcast only listeners, so Allison's team is down to just Vince. Beth still has Keanu, Mickey, and Catherine. Aaron, you have Riley, Zach, and Ava. I have Morgan, Ashley, and Kelly. Andrew has Will and Catherine, and then Team My Weekly Meltdown has Rachel. I feel like all of these teams are in such danger. I don't see
Andrew has Will and Lauren.
Oh, gosh. These players are, and here's the thing, like, I like these people, for the most part, I like this cast as people, and I think maybe that's why I'm, like, watching the feats more this season. Yeah. But, damn, they are just playing such a piss-poor strategic game.
It's so bad. There's days where I kind of, like, waffle between, because I remember when I picked Zach that I was debating between picking Zach or Vince, and part of me is glad that I picked Zach, and then other times I'm glad that Alice. I don't know. Time will tell. But I do think between the two that Zach might outlast Vince.
You think so?
I think
he could get the MJ treatment
because the way that it's like, because there's people that are playing for Vince, but I feel like, I don't know, like Morgan and Ashley and kind of Ava, like there's like a multiple people that seem to be really like playing for Zach.
Yeah.
Or really like hold Zach in very high regard.
It's just going to depend on like how he sends them out the door. You know what I mean? Like if like I could easily see, you're right. Like his mist is like so powerful right now. Like more than Vince, I think.
Yeah.
But if they don't feel good about the betrayal on the way out the door, and I do have like faith in him that he can smooth it over. I do think that Zach is like a pretty good Big Brother player. I just, I feel like it could be Zach's game to win or lose. And I think Vince is hitching his wagon to like Zach playing like that losing game, like MJ. And Vince is very much so like a male Nicole Franzel. Like that's really what I see here in this player. Man, I don't know. Where does Mickey go from here? I would love to know the answer to that.
Real quick about Mickey. I'm not judging her, y'all. Please don't mistake what I said.
Oh, no,
I'm
no,
not
no, you're
judging
good.
her at all. Like I've said, so I don't know what her journey is. It's just and Dan swearing on the Bible has come up in the chat. I didn't like it when he did that,
Yeah,
but what can you do? I didn't have a
right.
podcast then, Joseph. Okay, trust me, if I had a podcast. Trust me. But yeah, but I'm really pushing for a Keanu HOH, and I just had a freaking brain fart. Maybe it's the Holy Spirit. I don't know. Maybe, what if, just devil's advocate before we wrap up, what if final two, Kelly and Keanu?
Honestly, like that would be a fun outcome in my opinion.
I'm so
Because
down right now.
it would just be so representative of such a cracked season that we've had of Big Brother here.
My gosh, it would be absolutely crazy.
Keanu,
Oh,
Rachel,
gosh.
final two. I would be okay with that. And I just want to give props to Keanu again, because have you ever heard the story
Mhm.
of the what is it, the tortoise and the hare? Slow and steady wins the race.
Yep.
How he won
Mhm.
the veto. He was not rushing. He did it slowly. You've got to shut out the noise and just concentrate sometimes. Okay.
Mhm.
Hi,
Yeah.
Allie. Thank you for Mary Duda. You can rewind, honey. It's okay. But yeah, I just I'm pushing for I'm trying to manifest a Keanu HOH. I swear to God, if Lauren is HOH again, I won't be here next week. I'm going to take a vacation. I'm taking the week off. I'm just going to take a vacation.
It's really
I'm
sad.
rooting for
It's really
I'm rooting
sad
for Rachel HOH. Sorry, go ahead,
Yeah.
Aaron. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm same. Or maybe an Ashley. I just feel
I
like
just feel yeah.
because
I know.
at least Mickey would have to suck up to Ashley at that point.
I would love to
But
see
or
that.
okay, here's I either want an HOH that results in Mickey going home because she needs to pay for whatever this weird decision was.
Yes.
Or an HOH that shakes up the whole Vince Zach contingent. At least make them work for it a little bit, because
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but I feel bad for Lauren in that, like, not bad. I feel disappointed in Lauren in that I thought she was going to be like a really strong super fan player, and it's just boiled down to, what does Vince want me to do? It's giving me Nat Tenorelli from Survivor Redemption Island kind of energy, where like it's just, hey, what does Rob want me to do? Hey, what does Vince want me to do? And people will come to her and are genuinely asking for her opinions, and she's like, "Can we talk to Vince? I need Vince's opinion on this. We should talk to Vince." It's really disappointing. I'm like, please form your own. Like, if Vince leaves and Lauren is still in the house, like I don't even know who she would cling to at that point. I don't know. I hope she can form her own opinions. That's all. It'd be great.
But in the real world, who are we going to get? Riley's going to get HOH again.
Mm-hmm.
Catherine.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a Zach HOH is coming.
I don't even care if Zach wins HOH, because
and he's gonna have a perfect HOH. Like, he's going to execute it.
Can we trust him to do what needs to be done?
Yes, he will put up Morgan, Ashley, or no, I'm sorry. He will put up Mickey, Ashley, and Rachel. And that's when Morgan is going to say, "See ya" to Mickey.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
To the girls.
Mm-hmm.
Morgan's totally going to jump ship. And then she's going to be like a bulldog for Zach and Vince until they cut her at like final 4 and bring like Ava really to final 3 over her.
She really thinks that she's like their number 3 when she's like barely their number 4. It's
crazy.
And it's like, dude, like, you should know that the way that you feel about Zach still feels about Lauren. And as long as Lauren's in the house, they're going to prioritize her over you. I don't get how Morgan does not see that.
If Zach wins HOH and Lauren is up there with him, do you think we're going to get a Morgan clock and how long Lauren's been up there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna like crack out. Like she's gonna like.
Morgan
totally
is gonna crash out.
Yes. And that would be fun to watch.
Out.
Listen, I'm the worst.
Ashley also believes that Zach is her number one, or at least it's still kind of coming off of that fog. But Zach HOH probably could also wake up Ashley to like realizing, oh, Zach actually doesn't like me.
I'm rooting for Ashley to succeed here. Like I feel bad for her. Like I feel like she still has the stench of Showergate. In terms of like she just socially cannot get like a grip on like anybody. But like Ashley has like all the right she has the right reads. Like she has like the right she was saying too, she was up in the HOH room with Will and I forget who else, but she was like, this is how I see the house. She was like, I see Zach and Vince as like a pair of two. I see Zach and Vince and Morgan as like a trio. I see Zach, Vince, Morgan, Lauren as like a four. I see Riley and Catherine as a duo. I see Rachel and Jimmy as a duo. Me, Jimmy, and Rachel as like a trio. Me, Will, and Mickey as a trio. And that's the whole house right there. Yeah. But like nobody respects her. Nobody listens to her.
But who's responsible for P-Gate?
Somebody peed in the
and for what I understand, it was like a puddle.
Oh yeah.
Puddle.
They definitely missed. They missed.
Somebody's
acting out like my 4-year-old grandson does.
I guess we're gonna see it on Friday.
That's the behavior of an unemployed 30-year-old.
We're gonna see it on Friday. Because we see the fight between Rachel and Keanu, because Kelly ran to Keanu saying that like Rachel's saying that you peed, when Rachel was like, I think one of the boys did this, like we need the boys to help me.
Yeah, because let me tell you about when women pee. Okay, and I'm gonna educate people a little bit on peeing. Women pee, we have to sit down to pee. You guys don't sit down to pee. You stand. Or some of you sit. I don't know. I don't judge. Do what you want. Maybe some women stand. I don't know. All I know is what I do. And whenever I've been out and had to go in the wild or anywhere, and it's a lot to do for a woman, it sprays like it's, and it goes left, right, and then it's perfect stream, and then it somehow shoots forward and backwards, and it's on your shoes and your inside of your pants and underwear, and it's like, well, damn, I should just piss in my pants. What was I thinking? Save myself the trouble. God knows what climbed in my ass while I was down here squatting in the woods. So the point is, a woman could not do a puddle like that. It's got to be a man. It's got to be.
It's Vince.
Can't
spell convinced without Vince.
Convinced without, well, yeah, I was trying to come up with a comeback, but I don't have one.
I agree with this comment. Joseph says, I think when channels like this do a season review wrap up, this past week will be on the list of memorable. Absolutely.
It's the fork in the road week.
It is. This is the week we will say Mickey either won or lost the season, and she for sure lost the season here. What is her path? Like, answer that to me. Like, where does she see? How does she see herself getting to the end?
Couldn't tell you.
What works what works for some may not work for others, which gives me a good segue before we wrap up. Beth and I, Beth's in New York City and I'm in Memphis, and she got a dye job yesterday, or got her hair done and, cut, and the wind is perfect and it's blowing, and she took a video and sent us her walking outside with the wind blowing her hair. And, I went and got my hair trimmed today. And I said, you know what? I'm going to make a video too. Did not turn out the same.
No.
But this is what happens. This is kind of like what I told Tyler earlier. When it comes to the hair, Beth is what you ordered. I'm what you got. Okay, but that's pretty much everywhere in life. So watch this funny video real quick. Take your mind. It's 49 seconds. You're not that busy.
This is a palette.
Yeah, Beth. We are not the same. We are not. God damn it. This is not. It's not improving. Fuck. No. I'm choking on hair. Sit like this. Slow-mo at the end.
I was like, I'm getting my hair cut on Monday, which like what hair, but like I just want it like nice and short before like we leave for our honeymoon on Tuesday. So I will follow up with a video of my luscious locks flowing in the breeze for you too.
Did the
and then Aaron, the next time you get a cut, like we need like a whole montage of like everybody getting their post hair glow.
Have you
But yes, the sound went.
that dress up like when a model wears it versus when someone like me wears it? I'm going to start doing that. I really am.
This is like a whole like series.
Because this is real life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I support it.
So, well, that's the show.
Yes. So I will not be here next week. I will be across the globe. But
you're going to be in where?
We'll be in Taiwan. We're going to
Taiwan.
I'm so excited. Yeah.
How long are you going to be gone?
For 8 days. I think we get back on the 21st at some point. So I'm not sure when I land. If I'm able to make it for not the next eviction, but the one after that, I will be here. It just depends on when we land. I'm not sure off the top of my head.
Right.
But I will be sending notes from afar. Don't you worry, Allison.
Oh fuck! I'm
never get rid of me.
This shit. Remember the time the first time Tyler ever sent me notes? I thought it was notes. No, Tyler doesn't
notes
write
for like
notes.
when I wasn't gonna be there. Like I was like, here are my thoughts. Like share them on the show.
He sent me 3
I need my voice
an
to be heard.
essay. And I said, I think it was Deb and I said, Deb, I'm not reading this. Do you see this shit? I cut it. I edited it down. I was highlighting. I can't read all this. We'll be here all night.
I'm just very passionate about these things.
I know, but you've come around since then. So you're doing that.
Of course. I've leveled out. But like I do want to like put a bow tie on this week by saying like as frustrated, as like pissy as we and like so many other podcasts that are like recapping Big Brother, I still am really enjoying the season. Like it's been fun to like not see a big mega alliance and rather like little voting blocks of people that all just like do not trust each other whatsoever.
But they're still voting in unison.
Yeah. Rachel is a really good fold to the season. Like I do not believe that like this game is being rigged for her. I think she's like in her position right now, like really shows that. I think that she's like one of the only people that like has everything kind of clocked but she has everything like going against her right now. So I'm rooting for Rachel as like an underdog, and I shouldn't be saying that as like a Big Brother winner, but like all these people are just playing so poorly that like I can't help but like want to root for the best player. And I think Rachel is like one of the only people that really sees like everything going on. And if you are rooting for good TV on your screens, folks, like stop rooting against Rachel Riley, because she's one of the only people in this house that can do something about how frustrating this situation is for us right now. But with that being said, I'm really enjoying the season. I have been glued to the feeds watching it in a like train wreck kind of way of like, I can't believe this week just happened. Like, I can't believe Morgan and Mickey are like in the HOH room just like bitching about Jimmy once again. Like, I just can't stop watching it because it's just so, like, the strategy this season is just so poor that, like, how the hell does this thing end? How the hell does this season end is like what I'm asking myself. So I'm really enjoying it.
Would that be the hashtag with that being said?
With that
Didn't
being
we
said.
have a conversation earlier
What is that
this
like? Do
week
I say
about
that?
when people say with that being said, that email?
Oh, yeah.
With that
And
being
if you no show on a Zoom call with me, I'm gonna blast you on the internet for everybody to see.
with
That's
that
the
being
other thing I
said,
have to say.
that is basically someone saying, "Look, idiot."
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, okay, Janet. But anyway, yeah. So, anyway,
Aaron, anything else before we hop on off?
Ooh, thank you all so much for being here. I saw a lot of new people. We're here.
yes.
Thank you for being here with us. It's been craziness. So thank you all for being here. Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens with the rest of this season.
We'll be back next Thursday for Eviction. Please join us. We go live after the episode airs. So if you don't want to know what happened, that's fine. You can watch us the next day, whenever you feel like it. It's fine. You can rewind. It's fine. You can rewind.
Yeah.
Stuff.
And if you enjoyed this therapy session, give us a thumbs up, rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all that stuff. Pretty please.
Oh yeah.
If you like this video, it puts us in an algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Please.
I know what you're saying.
You can dislike it too. I don't give a shit. That still puts me in the universe. Okay, I tell you what. When do you leave, Tyler? Tuesday?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see how this unfolds.
Yeah.
Aaron, what are you doing this week? Can you do a live feed? Like, let's just see what happens. Let's keep each other in the loop.
Okay.
Because we really haven't been doing live feed updates, but we can. We can for this.
But what's the live feed update for the past 3 weeks? Kelly and Keanu on the block
know, that's
again.
why
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What am I going to do? Rinse.
But I feel like things are gonna start getting interesting here pretty soon.
I mean, it's guaranteed. You want me to shit in a box and mark it guaranteed? I can. I got time.
Yeah.
That's Chris Farley from Tommy Boy. Anyway, you want a piece of?
well,
No, I messed it up. He says if you want a guaranteed piece of shit, I can shit in a box and mark it guaranteed.
There you go.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel down. You'll get notifications when we go live. We're on Spotify and Apple. Leave us a 5-star rating. We appreciate it. Thank you. Become a patron. Thank you.
All right. We'll see you when we see you. Bye.